Okay, you're on.
All right, good evening, Athenian fans. Getting ready for Crawfordsville Covington JV game here. Got Tommy Coy with me. This is Tony Bean. How you doing, sir?
I am excellent. First time being back in Crawfordsville since the Greencastle game. Obviously a loss for us, so hopefully I'm not bad luck, but senior night for the 2019 seniors. Didn't want to miss it. It's first 6th and 8th grade group, so wanted to make sure I was here for those guys.
Yep. Ty Linus for three. A little late getting started here, trying to get the starting lineups in my books here.
It's like on the floor for the Athenians have Cole Watt, Ian Hensley, Makai Wallace, Ty Linus, and Zaire Morgan. Been watching from afar, Coach Bean. This JV has had an unbelievable season.
They have. Let's watch this fast break. You'll see a lot of fast breaks if they're playing like they're capable of. They're 20-1?
20-1.
With one loss to McCutcheon.
One of the better programs in the area, obviously.
Yep. I know for sure it wasn't a game that we played particularly well. I think we lost it by about 10, and I know there's some guys that would love to have another opportunity at them, but that's not the way it works. So hopefully end on a winning note here. Finish the season with 21 wins, which is just incredible. Their numbers aren't right in the book. On the roster.
Number 11 for the Trojan gets good quick shot and a foul. Covington's had an excellent year. This has always been a game I remember from the 6 years I was here. Two usually really good teams down the stretch and usually play each other really tough, no matter how good one team is. These Covington Crawfordsville games are usually barn burners.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether it's over there at Covington or here at Crawfordsville, these are excellent, well-played games.
Always been a good tune-up for the sectional.
For both teams. Both teams, absolutely.
And Covington just, they're a 1A school, but it's one of those places where basketball is life, and they've always instilled great fundamentals, and they play hard. And so, yeah, it's always going to be a tough game. They play it the right way.
Especially with the sectional we're in. A lot of those teams in the sectional, they're just very fundamental. So, like you said, a very good sectional tune-up opponent.
So Crawfordsville's got three freshmen on the court, a sophomore and a junior, and there's several other freshmen and sophomores that are ready to come off the bench. It's 21-1, and it's not because we're playing five juniors.
Right.
We got good basketball players up and down the grade classes.
Ian Hensley will go to the line to shoot two. The amazing thing that you notice about this JV and what I've watched, being in Shelbyville now, just looking from afar, it's amazing the depth.
Yeah.
You have depth in any program, any good program will tell you the depth. You can have athletes, but if you have depth, as Hensley makes the first free throw, just amazing what more options you can do, what more things you can do offensively. And this freshman class has played together for a long time, and they're very cohesive. You had a guy who can handle the ball like Ty Linus in the sophomore class, and Cole Watt, who's a junior, who's been around the program, and just a kid that plays hard. It's a good recipe for success.
Yeah, absolutely. They play real hard, and not just the depth, as Trey Beaver scores. Assuming these numbers and names are right on the roster. Not only do they have depth, they've got a lot of athleticism too, so they can really get up and down the court. I missed who scored that bucket.
Trying to see it myself. I think it was number 20.
Well, that would be Beaver again. Well, we're not off to the best start here. Down 10-6. We're not doing the scoreboard on the video, right? Okay, so we'll give the score every so often. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Covington leads 10-6.
Good hustle there by Cole Watt to get the rebound.
Good
pass. And you said when they get out and go, they're a much better team so far. Most of their points have come on the fast break.
Yeah, I would I'd be surprised if we don't see some traps and things like that try to cause. Coach Pierce, old man Pierce, will certainly change defenses up.
Linus with another big bucket there. It's amazing the maturity of Ty Linus just in the the 2 years with him, coaching him as an 8th grader. He's one we knew if he grew some, which he hated to hear that, but he's gotten a lot bigger, a lot more physical, handles the ball really well. It's another good shot there to number 32. They're taking the ball inside, getting a lot of inside points so far, the Trojans.
Yeah, I'm guessing Ty's grown 5 inches or so since last year, and there's probably not a guy that's played more basketball than Ty has.
Oh, he's played a ton.
Off season and
another great shot right there.
Yeah,
tough basket right there. Obviously coming off his big game winner a week ago at Danville.
Yeah, that was awesome. So he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Yes.
It's Ty Wallace with a block there.
Amazing what a big shot like that'll do, especially against a really good quality opponent like Danville.
Right. That game was something else. I mean, we were down 10 at a couple points in that game, down most of the game, and just kept fighting. And that was a quality team. At their place too, which is even better. Going into Danville and always beating a good Danville team is always special anyway, but going to Danville and doing it's awesome. Nate Schrader comes in for Mackay, a 6'4" sophomore who's played a little bit of varsity, gotten some varsity time, getting better all the time. Good pass.
There's Cole Watt again, right there. Tough there on the inside. He's going to go shoot 2.
Well, tie ball game, 12-12, with 1:49 to go, and Cole Watt will see if he can give the Athenians the lead back here at the line.
Free throw up and good.
Not a bad crowd here for 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
No, it's a solid.
Covington always brings a lot of fans, and that certainly helps.
They do. Yes, they do.
But
like you said, this is the only show in town for Covington. This is their bread and butter, especially they're 18-3. I think their varsity is on the year. They've had another really good year, so obviously they're going to travel well.
Yep.
Good hands there by Zaire Morgan. He'll go all the way with the lay in for 2. Get a lay game here on Cole Watt tapping the basketball after the make.
Well, he didn't know that he couldn't do that because last week they let both teams do that the entire first half. It was it ended up being a topic of conversation at halftime with both coaches and the referees.
Nice. It's amazing how sometimes that happens. You'll get some officiating crews. 2 games I do the book at Shelbyville, and we played Delta, who's number 1 in 3A, and they are phenomenal. The JV game seemed like every time a JV guy would get the ball, so we get a tying 3 there for the Trojans. It's like every little shuffle of the feet there was a travel.
Yeah.
Next night get 2 different officials. When we played Morristown, every shuffle of the feet went. No big deal. Like everyone was a travel. So it's just amazing. Guys, we wonder why the kids sometimes have a hard time with some of the officiating. It's never consistent from night to night.
Yeah.
Alex Kellerman also now into the ball game for the Athenians.
Alex Kellerman, brother of senior Will Kellerman.
He's had a nice year as well on the JV level as a freshman. Really nice year. Kid that when he gets hot, he does not miss.
He can he can shoot
he
from
shoots pretty well.
In the anywhere on the court, he's in range.
Anywhere in the gym, that's and Will would tell you that too. Anywhere in the gym, he's going to hit a shot. Last first free throws up and good. That'll give the Athenians a 16-15 lead.
That's Ty's 10th point here in the first quarter.
Good to see you, Dave.
Got some stats now. I like it. I like it.
Ty Linus 2 for 2 there at the line to give the Athenians a 2-point lead. Less than 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. What you'd expect, 2 good varsity programs. So obviously the Athenian JV being 21. Pretty good first quarter here. Lots of scoring. Both teams very aggressive around the basket. Is a good shot there underneath for number 10 for the Trojans.
Number 10, Logan Herzog. They've spread their scoring out pretty well.
There by Lyons to get inside there. Tipped. Going to have a jump ball there. I think we got away with one there. Looked like Nate may have been over the back a little bit there, but Athenians get the call on the jump ball.
Well, you bring up the scoring. Crawfordsville can score. They scored 102 the other night against Clinton Prairie.
I saw that.
Or something like that, 102 to 56. Yeah. Shoot it quick. There we go.
Nice shot there, Nate Schrader, to end the first quarter. A 6'4" body clearing out space and got a nice shot with right before the buzzer. So the Athenians will go into the first intermission, leading the Trojans 19-17. Led in scoring in the first quarter by Ty Linus, who had 10 points.
I think he ended up with 11.
11, that's right, with the free throw. 11 points in that first quarter.
11 points, yep.
Had about 4 straight possessions where the ball touched his hands and was able to score.
The Athenians, I'm just looking at their stats here, and Ty Linus averages 10 points a game, Hensley 10 points a game, Kellerman 9, Schrader 8.5, Morgan 8. I mean, it's well spread out. Cole Watt 5, Wallace 5. Pretty amazing.
Which means you can't just focus on one guy because somebody else is going to beat you one night. If it was, I think there was a one night where Kellerman had close to 30 points one night in a JV game, didn't he? I mean, so it's not like you can't take him away because then Ty Linus will go off. And
yep. It actually is the staple of the whole program. The varsity has 6 guys that have all dominated a game at some point this season from a scoring standpoint and just from just how they've played. And you can't focus on just one guy.
Well, it's nice to have that big-time scorer. You know, we've got a kid that's averaging close to 20, 25 points a game at Shelbyville, but if he's not scoring, we don't have a lot of other guys who can score, so it's nice to have, like you said, those 6 guys around the floor you can spread the ball around. So if one guy's struggling, the guys can pick up the slack, which the Athenians have done all season long, like you said.
Ian Hensley with the 3. He's a good shooter, real good shooter. Definitely want him to take that shot.
Also good down the post. Really good post guy. He's a multifaceted player. Handles the ball pretty well, too. You see him bring the ball up every once in a while.
He's been playing the top when we run the weave and really developed his game nicely.
Herzog there with the miss. There's Ty Linus with the rebound. Still 19-17. The Athenians lead here. Good pass there from Linus. Surprised Schrader a little bit. He was that wide open.
Yeah, when Linus has the ball, if you're anyone else, be ready for the ball.
That's right.
If you're open, he's going to find you. And he might not be looking at you when he does it, when he gives you the pass. But, well, that's Alan Carfault for his second three-point opportunity, the old-fashioned way, the and one. He's leading the Trojans in scoring with 2, 4, 6, 9.
He gives the Trojans a 1-point lead here. 5:43 to go here in the second quarter. There's Kellerman. Big 3.
So smooth. So smooth.
Good quick release on that. Even had the hand a little bit back in his face. Just enough room for Alex to get the shot off. Gives the Athenians the lead again. Covington really aggressive trying to get to the basket. Good rebound there by Hensley.
See if we're going to run a set here. Yep.
Again, Kellerman for 3. Covington being really aggressive. Looked pretty clean there on the block. That's what Ian's asking, where did I get him? Give Trojans credit. They're attacking the basket. They're not backing down from the Athenians, trying to get inside and get good looks right around the basket.
Yeah, like you said, almost everything in the paint right now. And not necessarily because of post moves. They're just driving to the paint.
Drive it.
And I know that's something defensively you don't want to let them do. Don't let them drive into the paint. Have help side quicker. Don't get beat.
24 for the Trojans misses the first. We'll have a second opportunity here to pull the Trojans within 1.
This is Ryan Morrow.
Morrow makes the second to pull the Trojans within 1 here. 22-21 Athenians. It's easily crossed up. Nice pass there from Linus into Schrader. He was fouled underneath. He'll get 2.
Fouled. Sure would have liked seeing him finish that one. He got fouled on the left side. He had the ball on the right side. Don't let that affect you. I don't think he touched his shooting arm. But hits the free throw.
So back in for the Trojans here. Big number 32. Back into the contest. Schrader will have one more at the line. Hoping to extend the Athenian lead to 3. He does. Zaire Morgan will check back in for the Athenians. He'll replace Cole Watt. 24-21 Athenians. And play resumes. So again, Morgan, Hensley, Linus, Schrader, and Kellerman on the floor for the Athenians. Defense there from Hensley, trying not to allow the guy to get into the paint. 20 out there for 3.
Get it out. There we go.
Maybe a dribble before he makes that pass.
Yep.
That's probably an easy
little late.
layup.
Yep.
But trying to make the right play though, as that happens. Zaire's tapping his chest at Hensley, letting him know it was his fault. Good look there anyway. So Trojans still have it here. Another 3 on the way. No good. Linus has got to be his 3rd or 4th rebound of the night. He's doing a pretty good job distributing the basketball, scoring, and rebounding the ball as well.
Yeah.
We'll get a foul here.
I'm not keeping track of anything other than points right now, but you're exactly right. He's got at least 3, probably 4. That's Covington's, I think, their 6th foul. Yeah, their 16th foul, so we'll be at the line after this for the rest of the half.
Great pass there on the screen. The screener, Hensley just misses. It's going to be Covington basketball. It's amazing how sometimes, I think everybody seriously runs that screen the screener play to get the guy the low block.
Yep. And
still, every game, whether it's JV or varsity, there's always that play where that guy always ends up wide open.
Yeah, it's either that or you screen in for the guy that took it out of bounds and get him a shot in the corner.
Or as they call that, America's play.
There you go.
Good defense there by the Athenians. It'll be Athenian basketball. Still with that 3-point lead, 3:22 to go. Here in the second quarter, so we're going to get a timeout by Covington. It's going to be a full timeout, looks like.
It's been a fast half.
Well, it didn't seem like that many fouls have really been called. No. There have been 9 fouls in this first half, but it seems like they've been inconsequential. But we have shot some free throws. We've done a nice job at the free throw line. Have this 3-point lead.
Well, the scoring's definitely slowed down here in the second quarter. What was it, 19-17 at the end of the first?
19, yeah, that's what we were saying. Defense was at a premium in the first quarter. Here, this second quarter, a little more sloppy, trying to get a little bit more, force a few more things down low. Covington in the first couple of minutes, and a couple of quick turnovers there as well by the Athenians, trying to, in the fast break, couple of miscues. Slowed things down here a little bit. Out of the timeout, the Athenians will have the basketball. Nice, gets into the lane, forces up a shot, gets blocked. Those will try to get out down the floor, but the Athenians get back fairly quickly. Good speed on the floor for the Athenians as well, getting back on defense.
Get out on him.
Look
up. There we go. We do a nice job of looking up the court.
Very unselfish. Every one of the white jerseys, while they look to score, they're looking to find the open teammate as well. As
Absolutely.
Linus sees Kellerman streaking down the floor to give the Athenians a 5-point lead. It's going to be a foul underneath on Nate Schrader, who got himself off his feet.
Yeah, certainly unselfish, and that's how you end up with 7 or 8 players within 2 points apiece on their averages on the year. You know, nobody over 10 points, but everybody over 4 or 5 points.
And that's fun to watch. You see guys who look for each other on the floor as the Trojan shooter makes the first free throw, his first of 2. Payson Williams. He's got a second one here at the line.
Now Covington has 5 juniors on their roster and 4 freshmen, so a little different makeup here. We faced that all year, and it hasn't made any difference.
The take there by Hensley, just cannot get it to go. Athenian lead was cut to 4 with the 1 free throw that was made by the Trojan.
Good anticipation.
Great hands by Zaire Morgan. Goes up strong to the basket and lays it in to extend the Athenian lead to 6. Got a little handsy there, so there's going to be a hand check foul there on Zaire. Be his first.
It's only the 5th team foul, so we could afford that one a little bit with a couple minutes to go here until halftime. Athenians up 6, 28-22.
Kai Wallace back into the game after I think he came in right around the time of the timeout. Cole Watt just checked back in, replacing Ian Hensley. Covington has missed their last 6 3-point attempts.
Yeah, I'm thinking Covington's going in at halftime asking, why are we taking so many threes? Now, if I'm a player, I'm saying, because they're leaving me wide open, because they have been open threes.
They have been. but they're open for a reason. They missed the last 6 in a row. So
here comes another one.
They got 7.
That is, that's a brick. That's all that is.
Kai Wallace out guarding Williams, gets it out, gets it back inside. And that's been their bread and butter all night, as Williams gets the 2-point bucket and a foul. That's where most of their points have come tonight, in the low block, trying to get the ball inside of the basket. Cuts the Athenian lead to 4 with a chance at one more. He does. 28-25 Athenians. Minute 23 to go here in the first half.
Oh, they're in a 1-3-1 here.
1-3-1 here, yeah.
It looks like it might be a little packed in. I don't know that they're not trapping hard.
Just a 1-3-1 zone.
That
Ty
was a
Lyons
deep one.
shuts up a 3. Good rebound there by Wallace. Good job and a foul. Big body of Mekhi Wallace.
You get the ball anywhere around Mekhi Wallace, and he's going to come up with it. He's just got some amazing hands. He's only averaging 4 rebounds a game, but he doesn't always play a ton of minutes. I mean, that's a pretty good number. But he'll get loose balls or any ball close to him. It's amazing.
He has those uncoachable things. Like you said, great hands around the basket. He's going to go get you a rebound. He's not going to be the flashy scorer, but he's going to play hard too. He's always been a kid he wants to play, and he's going to play hard. Zaire tips that out, goes down all the way on the rebound and gets fouled. He still just amazes me how quickly he can get up the floor. Handles the ball so well. Zaire will go to the line to shoot 2.
That was a nice job there on the rebound to tip it out to himself. That was a case where you don't grab it, tip it out, and then just beat him to the ball.
It's nice to have speed to be able to do that, right, Coach Bean?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Again, a kid that's just played a ton of basketball. I mean, it's just, you can't put a price on experience. Even though he's just a freshman, this is a kid he plays, between the 21, 22 games you'll see as he makes the second free throw to extend the Athenian lead to 6. Zaire plays in the off season, so he probably plays between 50 and 60 games a year. So that experience really just is amazing.
Well, in the summertime, most of these guys, just with the high school program, are going to play another 30 games.
For sure.
They're not necessarily always full-length games, but they're different opponents in different situations. And It can only make you better.
Absolutely.
There's only one way to get better at the game.
Yeah, play.
You play it.
Play and play, and not on the video games.
Nope.
Play it in real life at times. And
darn it. That was a
good
little bit of a freshman mistake there. Little ball fake, get it to tie, do your thing.
Good hands there from Linus to prevent the layup by Beaver for the Trojans.
Down to
Almost
10 seconds.
Good back cut, but just misses. Here we are again. Offensive boards. I'd like to see how many offensive rebounds Covington has. It's quite a bit here in the first half.
Yep.
Give them second chance opportunities as the whistle's blown with a half second left here in the first half.
I think the key for the Athenians is, can we, in the second half, keep the guy you're guarding in front of you, and yeah, rebound, block out, rebound.
The 24 for the Trojans will be at the line. Looks like shooting the one. I don't know if he said two. It looks like 1-1 here. 24 is Ryan Morrow. Make the first. 31-26. Athenians still had the lead with Morrow with one more at the line. Free throw rattles off, and that'll end the first half of play. After the first half, first two quarters, the Athenians lead the Trojans of Covington 31-26. Low-scoring second quarter, as it was, we said, 19-17 at the end of the first. Slowed down a little bit, just to 31-26 going in here at the half.
I'm just adding up some stats. I'm not ignoring you.
Just waiting on you to see who you got as the leading scorer. I think probably Ty Linus with his. Did he have any more points in that second quarter? He did a nice job the first quarter, obviously getting 11 in that first quarter.
Yeah, get them all added up here.
Yes. All right. Well, tonight is senior night. Talked a little bit about that, and we'll get more into that for the varsity game, as obviously they will honor the 5 seniors on the squad this season. But your Athenians, sectional 25 action will be here. Of course, I leave, and the sectional is here, which is fantastic for Crawfordsville. The sectional will open up on Tuesday evening as probably the best first-round game will be here on Tuesday evening. Benton Central will take on Greencastle at 7 o'clock here at Crawfordsville on Tuesday. Benton Central 16-7, while Greencastle 17-4.
Right.
Greencastle probably the early favorite I would say probably to win the sectional based on their head-to-head against most of the teams. I know they lost to Western Boone in overtime, but obviously two different teams. Obviously Greencastle and Crawfordsville open up the season against one another. So that'll be a big one. They're obviously on opposite sides of the bracket, so that helps. And then on Wednesday, Southmont will take on Western Boone at 6 o'clock with Crawfordsville against Lebanon at 7:30 on Wednesday. North Montgomery got the bye, and will play the winner of Benton Central and Greencastle at 6 o'clock on March the 1st. The other semifinal game will then be at 7:30 on March the 1st, with the championship game here at Crawfordsville being on March the 2nd. So the Athenians will open up on Wednesday against Lebanon. That was a 3-point game here at Crawfordsville earlier in the year.
It's interesting. We only beat Lebanon by 3 in that game, in the first time we played them, and we didn't have too much trouble with Benton Central. Like you mentioned, the Greencastle game was the first game of the year. So and Benton Central was one of I think it's the second game of the year. So just all that happened so long ago that I think both sides, it's just all different now.
All teams are different, yes, agreed.
But there's no question it's going to be, I mean, you mentioned Greencastle on paper maybe being the favorite. I can certainly see that argument, no question. But I think it's pretty open for a lot of teams.
For sure.
It's going to be exciting.
Well, I mean, Lebanon lost to Crawfordsville, but beat Danville by 1 point. So, I mean, Lebanon's had some really bad losses to some teams they probably like to get back.
Yep.
Southmont's had some tough games. Obviously, they beat Lebanon. Lebanon. That was the first time they had ever beaten Lebanon, I think, at Lebanon. So, I mean, it's, like you said, it's wide open. Western Boone beat Greencastle, lost to Crawfordsville twice.
Yep.
In the Sugar Creek Classic and then in the regular
both of those
season.
were close games.
Yes.
And, well, first of all, Western Boone has some guys on that team that are used to winning.
Yes.
They just got done.
Yes.
A lot of them playing in a football state championship. So they're going to scrap and play hard, and that won't be easy. And Lebanon always plays hard, and Coach Hendricks knows Coach Pierce real well. He'll know exactly what Coach Pierce is going to throw at him, and vice versa. I don't know. I just can't wait. And I am so glad it's here at Crawfordsville. The last time we hosted, I think, was 2008, I believe it was. DJ Bird and
Travis Carroll.
Yep.
We were actually just talking about that today.
This gym was just rocking. It was so much fun. So much fun. It's just a great atmosphere with the sides and the windows. I mean, everyone will.
It is. You can't put a price on that. I was telling Coach Well over here just a little bit ago. I went to Batesville and Shelbyville played last night, and Batesville's gym is like a bar, but it was fantastic. The student section was their senior night. The band playing, and they had their student section there. It was fantastic. It was loud. You can't. As much as I love where we play at the Garrett Gym, it's just like a mini version of Case Arena. And while Case Arena is fantastic, it's hard to get a good atmosphere in those big gyms. So, Coach Welver saying that the crowd of Danville last week. That's awesome.
Well,
that's just awesome.
Winning brings the fans out.
Does.
There's no question about that. But Eric Fuentes from the Seville Crazies, kind of the leader of the group, went to Mr. Barton, Mr. Hunt, and asked about getting a fan bus. And the next thing you know, the last I heard, there were like 60 or so signed up for the fan bus. They ended up only having 48 or 49, some number like that. But, I mean, our crowd definitely matched what Danville had there. And I think student-wise, we had more. The band was playing. I mean, it was just awesome. Just absolutely awesome.
And these were the groups. One of the big things I miss about Crawfordsville is this, and why I came back to honor these seniors and to be here for them. This was the group during the middle school years where we started the middle school nights. And it was these kids that got that started. Kids like Eric C. Fuentes, like a Will Kellerman. Taylor Haas, obviously a dancer. Sarah Chalmers, a dancer. And Sadie Simpson, the dancers. I mean, these kids enjoy being together. Right. They enjoy each other. And they were very competitive and cheered each other on. So this was awesome. I love how Eric was one of the ones that stayed after and cleaned up, too. I saw that Danville Athletics had retweeted that.
Right.
He stayed and cleaned up afterwards. And they didn't, obviously losing. A lot of the kids were, obviously it's fun to go and be a part of that, but probably a little bummed after the loss, but he, stayed back. And I love seeing those things.
Well, you're exactly right. To do that after a loss tells you something that you were going to do it no matter what. So.
Absolutely. And like I say, Eric C. Fuentes, perfect guy with his personality to be the leader of the Crazies. That's awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
That's awesome. Also got some baseball news. Obviously, Coach Welliver being the pitching coach here with the Athenians. If you follow Trent Johnson is a pitcher for the Purdue Boilermakers in his sophomore season. If you've been following along Purdue baseball or Trent on Twitter, you will know that currently Purdue is actually down in Texas, in Austin, Texas. They are taking on the Texas Longhorns. They are going to be on this evening, I believe, at 7:30. They're playing a four-game weekend series against the Texas Longhorns. And if you've heard the Texas Longhorns, one of the premier baseball programs in all the country. Multiple national championships. Roger Clemens, one of the more famous alums. They had some pictures I saw that they had tweeted out with Roger Clemens and his sons all wearing their uniforms down there in Austin about a week ago. And it's kind of funny. I showed Stacy they did something for road trips. The Purdue baseball did, and Trent was the very first one. And it's so funny sometimes to hear Trent talk. He's so much more well spoken now, obviously, than he was when we had him here. But it's just that was such a Trent answer. He said, what's the fun thing about going on road trips? Just being around the guys. Trent's a guy's guy, and it seems like a lot of those Purdue guys are that's a fun team to watch, and they're going to have a good year.
Well,
Longhorn Network is what they will be on. Longhorn Network is in the I know for Dish Network is in the 400s, right around the Big Ten Network, 407. Coach Welver tells me all 4 games will be televised on the Longhorn Network this weekend. So Trent's he's in relief right now, isn't he?
He'll probably get in twice.
Probably get in twice this weekend. I know I talked to the pitching coach at the coaches clinic this winter and said that they had, Trent was the Sunday starter last year, had a really solid freshman year, and moved into the closer toward the end of the bullpen, the closer role or setup guy role. Had a really good winter and doing some really good things for the Boilermakers this year. So again, Longhorn Network, 7:30 tonight. It'll be on the Longhorn Network all weekend. You can watch Trent Johnson, sophomore pitchers for the Boilermakers.
bottom line is big-time baseball.
Absolutely.
Big-time baseball.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, let's do the scoring here from the first half. So Crawfordsville's up 31-26 at halftime. Scoring went down, but we did outscore them by 2 in the first quarter and by 3 in the second. For Covington, leading the way is Alan Carfault with 9 points. Payson Williams with 8 points. Trey Beaver with 5. And Logan Herzog and Ryan Morrow each with 2. Hopefully I didn't miss any there, but either that or my math may be wrong, but I think that's right. For the Athenians, Ty Linus leads the way with 11. And then some pretty balanced scoring. Zaire Morgan, Alex Kellerman each with 5. Nate Schrader with 4. Cole Watt with 3, Makai Wallace with 2, and Ian Hensley with 1. So pretty balanced, just like we'd expect, and we'll see if there's any adjustments here, and hopefully get off to a quick start and kind of bury them early.
And like I said, biggest thing with Covington is where they got in trouble was chucking up the threes. Where they had all their success was trying to drive and get get to the rim. And got a lot of their points with picking up fouls and getting to the rim in that first half. So the Athenians obviously got to shut down, allowing the Trojans to get to the rim, and the Athenians just continue to do what they do: get out in transition and get quick buckets like they have. On the floor for the Athenians, they've got a good pass there by Morgan. Gets it to Cole Wattis from Hensley.
Well, we've driven in 3 times and.
Great pass.
That's awesome. Oh, man.
Just missed. Makai Wallace. There he is again. We talked about him in the first half. Makai does the little things, that you need, but isn't in the scoring book. He's gonna set a screen for a score. He's gonna get a big rebound, as he does right there, to put the Athenians up 7 for the first 2 points.
Well, I
second half.
really like that first possession. We drove in 3 times and got into positions where most of the times the kids are going to go ahead and take a shot, but they weren't easy shots. They were contested, so they just simply dribbled it out, did what was easy. Kick it out, move it, and they end up with a really good look.
And didn't force it. As we get a travel there. Again, starting the second half for the Athenians is Hensley, Linus, Morgan, Watt, and Wallace. I believe that's their starters from the start of the game.
Yeah, I believe it is.
So a turnover on the first offensive possession for the Trojans. Good news for the Athenians here.
Running a little shuffle.
Ty Linus, big 3-point shot there, so getting off to the hot start, like you said, Coach Bean.
Go up 10 just like that. Get another stop and a score, and I assure you we will see a timeout from Covington.
Oh, yes.
Get a stop and a score. No stop.
It's a good take there by Williams, too. Came around hard on the screen, took it right to the basket. Good hands there by the Trojan defender. Hustle there by Hensley. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by Coach Pierce. Probably a good call there. A little sloppy coming down the floor after, like you said, 2 really good offensive possessions by the Athenians. A little bit more sloppy after the first Trojan bucket of the second half. The Athenian lead is currently 8 at 36-28 with 5:22 to go here in the third quarter.
I would have assumed we'd have our band tonight, and we do. There's nothing like high school basketball. I want the band. I don't want the music over the speaker.
You are absolutely
do it right.
That's what makes the atmosphere.
It does.
That's what makes the atmosphere. That's, like I sasaid, the big gym that we have at Shelbyville. Our band is phenomenal. We've got a big time drum line, one of the best drum lines in our area. And like I said, it just adds to it. You're right. There's something different about the band And Mr. Wanawato, this is his second year as the band director, has really done a really nice job getting more kids involved in the band here at Crawfordsville. It's been really, really good. Athenians out of timeout. Good look, just right through the hands of Wallace.
Over and back.
It was going to be over and back.
Yeah, jeez. It took too long to call.
It did. I got to think about it there for a second just to make sure, right? It did. You're right. I saw that. Oh, man. I think I saw today, Coach Bean, speaking of basketball, I'm sure most of the people, this was big talk down south about the Zion Williamson injury. I just saw where I'm sure Nike probably was the ones who was a little bit more worried about that injury. I saw they lost $1.1 billion as a result of that.
They'll make it up in new sales.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not too worried about Nike.
Oh, good Lord, no.
But yeah, that was something else. I hope he's okay. He's fun to watch.
He is absolutely almost once in a 5 to 10 year type player. He is the total package. We're going to get a foul. Looks like on Ian Hensley. A little bit of probably hand check there would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Substitution for the Trojans, looks like. Number 24, Ryan Morrow, back into the contest. Athenian lead is still 8. Number 21, Savion Waddell with the 2-point basket. Cuts the Athenian lead to 6.
Good pass. Ah, man, finish those, guys. Finish those. I get it if they foul your shooting arm, but don't let them foul on the left side of your body, mess up your right-handed layup. Concentrate. Hit it. Be strong. Hit the free throws now. There we go.
One makes the first to extend the lead to 7. Watt will have one more.
Cole Watt's another kid just been so fun to watch. You said it earlier. When he plays hard all the time, and you notice it. Just how much energy and effort he puts into playing. Always in a stance, always ready.
And again, he's a junior.
Yep.
He's a kid that I coached him as an 8th grader. He was a kid that didn't play a lot, but he's a kid that just you couldn't get rid of him because he just played hard and made everybody better.
Yeah.
And a kid that could have quit and because he wasn't playing, so we get a foul on the Athenians, it looks like, but here he is. He's good leader too, good strong leader for these young freshmen. I'm sure Coach Pierce's love that in him.
Yep, for sure.
Foul was on Wallace. It's his 3rd.
I have trouble doing more than one thing at once, but my wife's texting me. She's wanting to know if the broadcast is on. Will senior night be broadcast? Because she's a little late getting here.
Hey, those are all legitimate questions.
I know.
It's all legitimate questions,
but texting, statting, and talking, I'm just struggling with it.
Missed the second, did Waddell. So the lead is still 7 for the Athenians with 3:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. He's tried to thread the needle there to get Hensley, who was cutting under the basket with good hands by the Trojans for the turnover. Pass underneath.
Oh, he shot it over everything.
He did indeed.
Little intimidated by the big guys.
I think he was expecting the contact. He got 2 of the big guys to go up, but they didn't come down on him. He was expecting to get fouled and just decided to throw it over the backboard.
Over so literally everything.
He will have it back. Linus up top. Looking to get to the basket and does, and he's going to get fouled. It's going to be under the basket, will not be on the shot. Got a sub coming for the Trojans. Beaver back into the contest. Nate Schrader. Just misses. Good rebound there again by Linus. Underneath. Good pass to Kellerman for 3. Just misses. Rebound, good position there for the Trojans. Waddell, good pass there to Williams. And he'll miss and is fouled by Schrader. Schrader just a step too slow. So Williams will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, my wife, Amy, won't be bugging me anymore. She told me she's listening, so. Hi, Amy. Be careful. Coming home.
Safe travels, Mrs. Bean. The woman, the myth, the legend that is
That's right.
Mrs. Bean. Seen many a games all over this great part of Indiana, traveling and watching her sons and watching her husband coach, both baseball and basketball.
Watched a lot of baseball games, basketball games, football games, and wrestling meets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. We miss the wrestling, that's for sure. Both of us do. And miss the football. Nathan decided not to play this year down in Franklin his senior year and just work on studies. So 3 years of football at Franklin and gave it up this last year. But
good for him.
Doing fine.
Good for him. Good for him. That's awesome. He'll graduate then this year, right?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
He hasn't told us he's not yet.
There's the screen, the screener. Good pass by Morgan. We're going to get a foul here. Good take there by Hensley. A little off bounds, but got the benefit there for the call, so he'll go to the line to shoot two.
38-32, Athenians lead by 6 with 2:43 to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter slowed down a little bit in terms of speed of the game. We're not putting anybody, it gets 2, so he can come in here in a minute.
Coach Pierce looks like he was talking a little bit with the guys. Alex Hernandez in for the first time as well for the Athenians. It's Hensley's first free throw bricks out. Here comes Andrew Martin.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've missed some free throws. I'm kind of looking statistically here. Ian's a 70% free throw shooter, so that's a little unusual. Most everybody is between 65 and 70%.
I've gone, and I know you see this as well as Hensley makes the second. Free throw shooting is I don't know how to put this. It's not as guaranteed a thing as it feels like it used to be.
Right.
Kids struggle to shoot free throws. That's why the Davidson kid at Wabash.
What an amazing
that
story.
Is unbelievable. That he hit that many in a row. So just to see that now, that may stand for a really long time.
Yeah.
Really long time.
Till next year if he beats it. That's
right.
off him. That's our ball.
If he starts over. Good block there by the Athenians, so it's off of Williams.
Yeah, he hit the record of 95, but then missed number 96. Didn't he?
Yep.
That's something else.
I think they even described it on Twitter. It hit the front of the rim. It was something like hit the front of the rim, hit the backboard, hit the side of the rim, front of the rim, and rolled off. So they did the play-by-play and everything. So
No. Boy, that's a good catch, but I don't think you want to feed that ball. He had 3 defenders around him, and what we saw right there is he couldn't do anything with it even if you complete the pass.
Angle looked a little tough, too.
Yeah. Oh, we got some blood. I like that.
Alex Hernandez looked like he took a little bit to the nose there.
He will see the best trainer in the state, Mr. Doug Horton, who
Phenomenal
will have
trainer.
him ready in seconds.
Except for the fact he's a Cardinals fan. Won't hold that against him. But
yeah, and he's an Illinois fan, and it's But I guess when you don't come from Indiana, you can't be brought up right.
That's
you can't
true.
Help it.
That's absolutely true.
Can't help it. He's from Illinois.
Good take there by Williams.
Williams having a good game.
Again, getting to the rim. Getting to the rim. That's where their success has been, is Williams getting to the rim. Tries to gamble there to get the steal from Schrader. Schrader back to Linus. Big three-pointer there. It's a big bucket for the Athenians. They've gone a couple possessions, come up empty down at their end, so extends the lead back to 8 with 1:22 to go here in the third quarter. Already a really nice crowd here tonight, Coach P.
Yeah, it's
starting
awesome.
to fill up.
Everybody checking out the senior boards over there. There's going to be a lot of seniors recognized tonight.
There will be. Andrew Martin, the right place at the right time. Tries to get it down to Kellerman, who tips it to Schrader, who misses. Not a real strong attempt there by Schrader, but he gets his hands on that one. Again, a steal.
No, not now. Probably want to slow it down here a little bit.
Hensley traveled.
Yep. Just slow it down.
Starting to get sloppy here the last minute or so here. 45.3 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
I assure you, we get our hands on the ball one more time, you'll see Coach Pierce down there saying one shot, one shot.
I'd be surprised if Covington probably worked the ball and worked the clock a little bit here as well. You never know. You get in the mind of these high school kids, and they want their shot. As Waddell, again, like you said, tipped to Williams on the follow. He's had a really nice third quarter for the Trojans here. Lead is 6. And Athenians will work for the last shot of the third quarter.
See if we're going to get a ball screen or not. Nope. Running a different set.
Ty taking himself. Nice take. Just can't finish. Hensley on the rebound.
Right.
And he is fouled with 2.5 seconds to go here in the third.
Ty wants that one back. That's one he normally converts on.
He does. Great take anyway. He got by his guy.
And it created something. I mean, it gave you a chance for an offensive rebound. And Hensley got it now going to the line. And that is 5 team fouls for Covington. So good chance we'll be in the bonus pretty early in the fourth quarter.
Hensley makes the first to extend the lead to 7. Hensley said, very good free throw shooter, about 70%.
Nice. Stepped on the line.
He missed it anyway.
Yep.
So
no harm, no foul there. But I'm surprised we haven't seen much of our 1-3-1.
Shot is up, and it is no good, but just missed.
We'll see that any here in the fourth quarter.
With the length and the athleticism we have with our guards and our big men who can move pretty well. Schrader and Wallace and Hernandez all can move pretty well. So at the end of 3, the Athenians lead by 7, 43-36 over the Covington Trojans.
Well, we've outscored them by 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. You know, if you do outscore your opponent in each of the quarters, you will win the game. It's a fact. So not bad. Doing what we need to do.
Good.
You know, I mean, have you been part of a team that could win 21 ball games in it? You know, that didn't go far. 21-1. You know,
21-1.
I don't care what level it's at.
No,
that is saying something.
Because that means that you have to show up every night, and it's. I mean, you know how it is being the varsity girls coach. You don't know what goes on in the minds of high school kids. Every kid has something different that they go through during the day, and they handle different things.
Yep.
So that means on 22 nights this season, they had to come out, put all that aside, and still win a ball game against another team who knows how good they are, and try to stop them from doing it. And the Athenians have done that all season long, hoping to get, like you said, win number 21 here. They can do it in about 6 minutes and 50 seconds. They're up 7 right here. The Trojans have the basketball to start the fourth. Waddell for 3.
Oh,
miss.
Darn it, go get the rebound. We did a good job of blocking out there, but you still got to go get the rebound. Yeah. Well, you bring up, you know, how you got to come focused 22 nights and kids and everything going through. The other thing that's just so darn impressive with it, in my opinion, they're doing it with one junior. Cole Watt's the only junior.
Yeah.
And they've got 3 sophomores that play. Ty Linus, Andrew Martin, and Nate Schrader. And they don't all start. You know, those 4 don't always start. He's had several different lineups. But then the rest of this roster is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 freshmen. You know, and to be that mature to come do it. And you know that at the JV level, a lot of times that's freshmen playing against juniors.
Yes.
Which is just such a gigantic difference in just
which is
physicality.
Just going to make this group that much better, especially with the 5 seniors that Crawfordsville has graduating this year.
Good rebound, Cole. That was a good look by Kellerman. He'll hit his next one. I guarantee that's what he's thinking. I'll hit my next one.
Schrader with a good two straight, just rimmed out.
Yeah, those are 2 good looks.
So we
were trapping
right
a little
there,
bit.
Yep.
I thought we might see that at some point. He was just saving it.
Andrew Martin down the court. He will take it all the way, just short on the layup. I think he thought he was going to get contact, but it never came. Good take there from Waddell. Basket's not.
That's a good call. The foul was before he got into the shot. Now 7-point lead, 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the ball game.
Ty Linus will come back in for the Athenians. Replace Andrew Martin. Ty Linus' presence is huge too. It's a wide open layup. Some miscommunication there. Yeah. Looked like on who was guarding whom on that play. So the lead is now cut to 5.
Yeah, right here, right now, we need a bucket. Yeah, shoot.
Tried to force it a little bit there, did Zaire.
I do wish some of the guys would stop with the hands out to the side. You know, like, I don't get it. I mean, just play through it.
Yeah,
play through your mistakes.
Keep playing, absolutely.
Take ownership of it. Yep, I should have done something else, and no big deal.
3 miss, and again, the offensive rebounds have been what really has kept Covington in the contest all night long. It's a big shot there again. Comes from Williams for the Trojans. He's had a big second half for the Trojans. That lead is now down to 3 with just under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Got a timeout coming for the Athenians. Looks like it's probably going to be a full timeout.
Yeah, Payson Williams has 17 points, and you're right, a big second half. I think he had 9 at halftime.
Right. So again, 3-point lead for the Athenians. Was as high as 10 in the second quarter. I think it got up to, we did get it up to 10. Right,
yeah, right out of the second half, right.
The Trojans have fought back to get it within 3. Coach Pierce probably trying to settle his guys down a little bit.
Yep.
Obviously, Covington gone on a little bit of run here, slowing them down a little bit. Hopefully, I would think as well, to get a good shot. Because I hear last couple shots have been forced down at the offensive end for the Athenians. Probably slow things down a little bit, work to get a good shot. Like I said, first 2 possessions for the Athenians out of the gate were perfect. Like I said, got into the lane, didn't have a good, clear shot, backed it out, and worked to get the best shot. Haven't done that the last couple of possessions. Morgan will get it into Hensley, gets it back.
I'll run a little motion here.
Crawfordsville staple, running shuffle.
Make the easy passes, don't force anything. Make them play a little defense, and maybe there will be a breakdown. Darn it.
Too much dribbling there for the Athenians. Good steal there for the Trojans. Good hands there by Linus. Go all the way for the layup, and he's going to get fouled. Never understood, and you know as well as I do, we did this as players too, but you know he's going to get a layup. Why even touch the guy? Or if you are going to foul him, you got to make sure he doesn't make the layup.
You got to get your hand on the ball along with the arm or whatever, but yeah, you're exactly right.
He cannot make the layup there, and that was just got underneath him.
A lot of times just run through it, and it'll mess up the shooter enough that they'll miss it on their own. I'm not sure what this call is.
I don't either.
I think it's almost like he was going to call something for slapping the backboard, but since it went in, maybe he's changing it.
He said the basket is good.
Right. Now, I think they're just going to give the ball to Covington. He did, which, Coach Weber just asked if he hit the backboard, which you can do now. It's not a technical. They can count a shot that goes out if they think hitting it affected the shot, but you can slap the backboard if you're trying to block a shot.
Right.
It's not a technical. A lot of fans do think it's like an automatic tech, but it's not.
So it will be Trojan basketball. The layup does count.
Yeah, I can live with that. I actually didn't think there was much of a foul.
I didn't really either. I was surprised that the whistle was blown.
Yeah.
But it was for the slap into the backboard, like you said. So the lead is 5 now for the Athenians. 4:23 to go here in the game. Big defensive assignment for Schrader on Payson Williams. Good cut there to the basket.
Lost the help
man.
Side.
There it was. Schrader came to help and left Williams' man open. Again, the second half continues for Williams for the Trojans. Again, cutting the lead to 3. Great take again by Linus, up and in. It's the guy, if you need a big bucket right now, the guy who you want the ball in his hands is probably Ty Linus.
Absolutely.
3 coming from the Trojans. That is not what's going to get them back in the game. They've struggled from beyond the arc tonight. Good cut, just looked like Trojan defender got a hand on it, so the Trojans get a turnover.
You know, you can live with missing a shot down here, but you can't just no turnovers. Get a shot.
And all the guy had to do on that play too was just turn around and go up.
Yeah.
So work to the Athenian benefit there. Against the lead is still 5. Under 3 minutes to play here in the contest. Kellerman has it on top. Had it taken from him.
That's kind of what you were talking about. Foul him, and
you're gonna foul. You got to make sure. Got to make sure that he has no chance of going up and making it. I believe. See the roster real quick. I think this is one of their juniors. I believe number 11, isn't he? Oh, he is a freshman. Okay. Alex Carfault. Good hands.
47-42 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Now 47-43. I think we're going to have a close one here, obviously. 4-point game with 2.5 minutes or so to go. Going to have to execute down the stretch. We've been in this situation a few times this season, I think. I think we'll handle it just fine.
Absolutely. Timeout called by Covington. 2:47 to go here in the contest.
This could be a long 2.5 minutes. I think each team's used 2 timeouts. I don't have that written down, but I remember a couple each, I think. So there's plenty of timeouts left for these guys to call. And I can tell you, coaches want to use them. If it's close, you want to use them.
We joked on a bus trip that for some coaches, I actually talked with the official about this too, they thank God that timeouts don't carry over because they know coaches that would use all those timeouts.
Yeah.
They would use every one of them if they carried over. So the getting here 2:47 here in the fourth quarter, trying to figure out. I think senior night festivities will begin as soon as the JV game is over, and I believe Coach Bean and I will sign off, and we will let the man, the myth, the legend that is Gary Lynn announce the 2019 seniors. This is a really great group of seniors, Coach Bean. I know you coached obviously some of the girls, and obviously coaching baseball. Really good group of seniors.
Well, I've coached all those seniors in basketball except for Anthony Gonzalez.
Right.
At some point or another, he came after I left. But everybody else, when they were in middle school or indie hoops or whatever, I've had some experience with all of them.
So we will honor the 2019 seniors. Coach Bean and I, like I said, will sign off, and Gary Lynn will read the names of our winter sport 2019 senior athletes.
Kellerman there we go.
Big 3 by Kellerman. Assist there by Zaire, getting into the lane. Passing out to Kellerman for the 3 to extend the lead to 6. Big offensive possession for the Trojans to try to get a response here. Waddell airballs the 3. Linus again with the rebound. Good pass there by Hensley, but Hensley's... We're going to get a jump ball here.
That's our ball.
Probably a little bit above Hensley's waist. Hensley had to kind of go down at about his knees to get that pass. That's at Hensley's waist. That's probably an easy layup. But still, good look by Linus to try to get Hensley where he's in a position to score and tried to get him the ball.
You're going to just keep it on this one then and do it, you think? Yeah.
So Morgan will inbound. Got Schrader on the seal. He gets it into Hensley. Zaire back it out. Really
good decision. There wasn't anything there. Now we can just run offense. And, we've got a 6-point lead with 1:40 to go. There's no need to take a shot under any duress.
Good smart play there by Linus to falling down. Tips it up to Hensley, and he'll get fouled.
So just to be clear here with senior night, I do think it's going to take place right after this game. So we're going to stay on the air under our JV broadcast.
Yes.
And you and I will stay silent for the most part and let the PA Gary Lynn spell all that out, and then I think we'll close down this webcast and start up the varsity webcast when it's a little closer to game time, approximately 20 minutes after senior night. So that puts Crawfordsville in the bonus. If we hit free throws, we should win this game
right here.
It's It's amazing how many games come down to that. Hit free throws, you should win the game.
Absolutely. Batesville, unfortunately, learned that the hard way against us, being Shelbyville last night. Had a last-second three at the buzzer to win that one off of a missed free throw as Morgan makes the first.
You know, I do know we missed some free throws, but we have hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 13 points from the line. You know, we're probably like 13 for 20, 13 for 19. Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Let's just hit them down the stretch where you're supposed to hit them when they matter.
That's when they matter. The fourth quarter, the last minute, as Zaire knocks both them down, extend the Athenian lead to 8, under a minute and 30 to go.
Oh, go get it, go get it.
Schrader makes the layup. Big play there. Waddell looked like he was trying to pass it out, but it was not a Trojan. It was an official. Schrader, the beneficiary of the layup to extend the Athenian lead to 10 points with just over a minute to go. 3-point shot not made there by the Trojans. Good rebound there by Morgan. Going to get a foul by number 11, Carfelt.
Alex Kellerman will get a chance to go to the line.
Still 1-1, so that's the 8th foul. Another good. I'm assuming he's probably a pretty good free throw shooter as well, Coach Bean.
Yeah, 66%.
66%, pretty solid percentage there. Coleman's first free throw is up and good. Nobody moved. It's 1-1, but everybody looked like they knew that was going in. So extends the lead now to 11.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kellerman might have got his own rebound.
I think he might have. This is the second, but the lead is still 11 with under a minute to go. Well, chucks up a three. That I don't remember. It's been a long time since the Trojans have hit a three. Looks like Waddell will get the layup, and a timeout will now be called as the lead is now 9.
Yeah, they've hit 2 threes tonight. Alan Carfault and Trey Beaver each have one, but they were early.
They were early.
Pretty
first
early.
thing, it may have been the first quarter.
Yeah.
First quarter.
55-46, Athenians lead. 9-point lead, 48 seconds to go.
Very good crowd here as well, Coach Bean. This crowd is awesome.
Going to be a great night.
Credit to the seniors.
You know, I don't know.
Seniors getting the crowd here.
I don't know how many are going to be honored tonight, but we will. We've got the 5 basketball players clearly going to be honored, but I think we do cheerleaders and dance as well. Maybe get honored tonight. Maybe band members. I'm not sure. There's a lot of senior boards over there.
Do they do the swimmers and the wrestlers as well, or are they already?
No, they're
those?
separate. I think.
Okay, I gotcha. Ty Linus will inbounds with 48.6 seconds to go after the Trojan make.
I think there's 14 or 15 senior banners over there, so there'll be a few. But we'll have it broadcast for everybody, and for nothing else. I mean, then the all these kids getting honored and their parents, they have it for a lifetime.
That's awesome.
Out on YouTube.
That is awesome. This is
pretty neat stuff.
What Coach Welliver does in putting the YouTube together, and obviously, you know, Justin Duggar, and obviously you've done it, and I did baseball games last year, and Tony Thomas and Mike Schubert, and everybody that contributes as Zaire makes the first. This is awesome. Yeah. Just awesome.
It is.
Tell, you know, everywhere I go, I always tell them, it's like, you know, I've gone to plenty of games and had my phone on me and have had the YouTube games on when I've been at Shelbyville games and watching these, and they always ask, you know, who are you watching as Zaire makes the second one. I said, hey, Crawfordsville broadcasts all their games, and it's, you know, an awesome opportunity to, you know, to people far away to watch. You guys do a wonderful job doing it as well. It's all the way down. Good take. Just misses on the layup. Again, the 11-point lead here with less than 30 seconds now to go. Team's just kind of playing out the string a little bit as Williams misses the layup. Waddell getting a little sloppy down there, too.
Yeah.
Trying to get a foul call here, so Waddell will go to the line for the Trojans, shooting 2. Again, they're down 11 with 18.9 seconds to go here in the
I think it's safe to say the Athenians are going to move their record to 21-1 to end their season. And
21-1.
Just awesome. What we'll do here when we get senior night started, when we get done, we can come back on and I'll have all the scoring for everybody and kind of recap that real quick, and then we'll sign off and get ready for the varsity game. But congratulations to all these guys and Coach Pierce and the entire coaching staff. Devin Guard helping with the JV the most. What player just hit that?
Waddell.
Yeah.
Liddell for the Trojans. I mean, Coach Pierce, David Pierce, great coaching staff. His father, Danny, Sam Fitch, tremendous guy. Like I said, Devin Guards. So great to see. I saw a Twitter post. Joe Boswell, wonderful photographer, had a picture, and Coach Pierce said it. Wonderful kid, and Devin Guard. Great feeling for David to have Devin back on the staff, which is fantastic. So the Athenians moved to 21-1. They will end that record. Again, Coach Bean, like you said, incredible year. No, not many people can say they ever were on a team that was 21-1, let alone 20 wins. But to have 21 wins and the one loss to McCutcheon, who is one of the premier basketball programs in this part of the state, and a very respectable game as well. So a great one here tonight. So the final score for the JV game, 57-47. Your Athenians victorious. Again, as we said, Coach Bean will come back and give us the stats, but for now we are going to honor the 2019 Crawfordsville Athenian seniors.
So I can turn that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, they need to hear that.
At this time, we would like to honor a very special group of seniors whose contributions to CHS have made us all proud to be Athenians. Our first senior is band member Haley Edwards, along with Sarah and Chris Edwards. She has been a 4-year member of the Grand Organization and a 3-year member of the marching band. Her plans are to attend Vincent University to study audio recording. Our other senior band member is Peyton Graham, with her parents, Kendall and Dennis Graham. This is her first year in the band at CHS. She plans to attend Indiana State University to major in elementary education and minor in special education. Cheerleader Jaden Bacon, with her mother, Ashley Bacon, and grandfather, Mike Bacon. Jaden has been a 4-year member of the cheer and gymnastics teams and a 2-year member of the track team. She plans to major in physical therapy at an undecided college. Senior cheerleader Rayanne Browning, with her parents, Misty and Eugene Browning. She has been on the cheer squad for the last 2 years. She plans to attend IUTEP for 2 years and then transfer to Indiana State University to study occupational therapy. Dance team member Sarah Chalmers, with Mike and Julie Chalmers. She has been part of the dance program for 10 years. She has earned 4 varsity letters as a member of the girls' tennis team and also managed the boys' team for 3 years. She plans to attend Purdue University and study special education. Our next dance team senior is Kayla Hobbs, with parents Mary and Darren Hobbs. Kayla earned 2 varsity letters in cross country and is also a 10-year member of the dance program. She plans to study elementary education at Indiana University with plans to be a principal and eventually school superintendent. She will minor in civic leadership. Kayla will continue her dance career as an Indiana State Sparkette. Our last Simpson. She is with her parents, Jody and Gary Simpson. She has participated in the dance program for 10 years. She plans to be a preschool teacher for special needs kids. Senior basketball manager Robbie Brown, along with Angie and Robert Brown. Robbie has been filming CHS basketball for 4 years. Coach Pierce says that our films are by far the best around when it comes time to trade with other schools. His future plans are undecided at this time. Our next senior is manager John Chavez. basketball. His future plans are undecided at this time. Next we have Anthony Gonzalez. With mother Alyssa Phyllis, stepdad Alex Lutine, and grandfather Cecil Gill. Anthony has earned 2 letters in basketball and 2 letters in football. He plans to attend Covington University and study eating and cooling. Senior Eddie Hondo. With his father, Mike, and mother, Janet Hondo. He has played basketball all 4 years, earning 1 letter, 4 years of varsity tennis, and 1 year of baseball. He plans to study business at an undecided school. Will Kellerman. With his parents, Kevin and Holly Kellerman. Will has earned 10 varsity letters, with 2 in cross country, 2 in soccer, 2 in basketball, and 4 in baseball. He plans to attend an undecided university and major in economics. Senior manager Jacob Miller. Jacob is with his parents, Dee and Jim Miller. He earned 2 letters as a captain of the basketball team after playing his first 2 years at CHS. He is not sure of his plans after graduation. And last but certainly not least, senior Pam Saunders. With his parents, Brian and Terry Saunders. Pam has earned 8 varsity letters while playing 4 years in football, basketball, and baseball at CHS. He plans to attend Indiana Wesleyan University to play baseball and study athletic training. Ladies and gentlemen, this group of senior basketball players earned a share of the first Southport Conference basketball title since the 1986 season.
A few seconds, yeah. I'll
The Athenians will take their 15-6 record in sectional play next Wednesday as they host the Lebanon Tigers at 7:30 p.m. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a special note from Coach Pierce to his players, managers, and families. Seniors, it has been an absolute pleasure to watch you grow up the last 10 years. We greatly appreciate the effort and commitment that you have given our program and school. While there are many in-game memories, championships, and games won, some of our fondest memories come from messing around after practice, lock-ins, off-season shooting stations, and talks that had nothing to do with basketball. Thank you for being fantastic young men of character. We wish you all the best. You will become great co-workers, husbands, and fathers. And do not forget, earn everything. Lastly, these families have given their countless commitment to raise young men that are fearless, responsible, respectful, competitive, and most importantly, loving of others. Our program's success has rode on the coattails of the foundation that these families set forth a long time ago. Thank you, and God bless. Athenian fans, here are your 2019 CHS Senior Band Members, cheerleaders, dance team members, and basketball players and managers. Let's give them a great Athenian hand. Thank you so much. Thank you, seniors.
Yeah, Mom. Maybe he was. It looks like it's me. All right, so that was fun. Gary Lynn is really good at that stuff, isn't he?
He is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. There's nobody that bleeds blue and gold. There's quite a few, but on the top of that list, Gary Lynn is right there. He is diehard Athenian, so it's awesome that he gets the privilege of doing that. It's awesome.
Pretty awesome stuff. Well, real quick, just to go through the scoring here of the game we broadcast. The Crawfordsville Athenians JV team beat Covington tonight 57-47 to finish their season at 21-1, as we've been talking about. But for scoring, Covington was led in scoring by Payson Williams, who ended the game with 19. Alan Carfault with 11. Those were the only two players in double figures. Got to get these lined up right. Savion Waddell with 8. Trey Beaver with 5, and then a pair apiece for Ryan Morrow and Logan Herzog. For the Athenians, they were paced by Ty Linus, who ended the game with 21 points and the only Athenian in double figures. Zaire Morgan with 9, Alex Kellerman with 9, Cole Watt with 6, and Nate Schrader with 6. 4 from Makai Wallace and 3 from Ian Hensley. So, anyway, I had a blast tonight.
Absolutely. It was great to come back. Always great to be here. Like I said, I saw a couple of former students. Wouldn't have missed it for anything. It was always a pleasure.
Yep.
Always a pleasure to be here. Great to see the Athenians get their 21st win of the season.
Exactly. So, anyway, with that, we'll sign off, and we'll get ready for the varsity game in about 20 minutes. Thanks, Athenian fans.